Hello? Oh dear, pardon me. Stream health excellence. Good. That's brilliant. Oh my cast. Oh. Oh no, not video output load. Oh, why? Why? Should be working. Come on. Video output. Oh. What's that? Hang on. Excuse me a minute. Oh no, I don't wanna. I just want to watch Sam's trains. Oh, come on. Come on. No. Oh. Oh, I'm just gonna go to YouTube. Watch Family Fortunes. 1987, why not? What's the theme song? This is how the full faces is animated. Oh, that looks creepy.
Introducing the new hit game of 2018. Welcome to your personal island. Meet amazing new friends. Blast, decorate, discover.
Hello everyone. Do you like cartoons? But of course you do. Who doesn't, right? No matter how old you are and how many times you've watched the same cartoon, it keeps being interesting. Can you guess where we're going with this? You like to watch cartoons, and we like to search for unusual facts that you probably didn't know about them. So, are you ready to test how much you really love The Simpsons, Family Guy, or Futurama?
Is anyone in the
Then
chat?
let's get it on. The Simpsons. So let's start with the most popular animation series ever. Probably all of you have at least heard about these guys. The first mini episode of The Simpsons was released back in 1987, and since then, the crazy Simpsons family has amused its audience with funny jokes, amusing situations, and amazing characters. Many of you must have heard that this animated series contains a large number of predictions which eventually came true. What is this? A coincidence or an incredible gift of the creator of The Simpsons? The answer to this question is still a mystery, but now we're going to tell you about some other interesting facts that we managed to find. For example, nowadays Homer is one of the most favourite characters among fans of the series, but only a few know that according to the original idea of the creators, Homer was an angry, rude and awfully untidy man.
Oh god. Never watched
But at the last moment they realised that this hero will be able to conquer much more hearts if he was adorably stupid and lazy. And they were not mistaken. By the way, Homer's IQ is 55 points, which is a very low mark, but the only reason is a pencil stuck in his head. Have you ever noticed that this cartoon contains a huge number of scenes on the sofa? Well, in fact, these sofa parts are used specifically to make the episodes longer. All genius is simple and somewhat cunning. By the way, in 1998, the American magazine Time called the main character Bart Simpson one of the most influential characters of the century, and this is despite the fact that he's just a cartoon character from Springfield. Also, the same fact didn't stop Marge Simpson from getting on the Maxim cover in 2007. By the way, all the characters of The Simpsons are usually seen in profile, so people don't know how they look in reality, but we decided to show you some pictures of your favourite animated series. Look, it's unlikely you'll see this anywhere else. Peppa Pig. Many people know this cartoon series because of the rather memorable main character. If you've never seen this cartoon, you can watch it later, but believe us, it won't take much of your time, as each episode lasts only about 5 minutes. Initially, Peppa looked a little bit different than now. She only had one eye, but no, the creators didn't want to turn the cute little animal into a pirate. But if you look at her face and Piglet, you'll see that Peppa is always depicted in profile. Therefore, the decision was quite logical. But apparently the two-dimensional cartoons have their own logic of existence in space. Unfortunately, now Peppa has 2 eyes, although both of them are on the same side for some reason. And you can imagine Peppa facing forward. If not, then look. Especially for you, we found someone's drawing of the character looking straight at the viewer. But if you don't agree with the number of eyes on Peppa's face, you can write in the comments how many there should be. By the way, the pig was repeatedly sued, more precisely her creators. For example, there was a case when some parents got mad because of one Peppa Pig episode, where Peppa and her brother are in the car not fastened. Apparently, after watching this episode, their kid also refused to put on their seatbelt. So, the smart parents won the case and received great compensation for moral damage, and the episode had to be remade. Later, a similar story occurred in connection with the episode, where Peppa and her friends rode bicycles without wearing helmets. Woody Woodpecker. We're absolutely sure that most of you know the famous laugh of this woodpecker. And don't say that you never tried to repeat it. In fact, the cartoon about Woody appeared by accident. In 1940, the animator Walter Lantz and his wife heard a woodpecker continuously knocking on the roof of their house. Then the woman suggested using the bird as a cartoon character. Following her advice, though with a small amount of skepticism, Lantz first put Woody in his cartoon about Andy Panda. The artist liked the nasty woodpecker so much that he decided to make another cartoon about him. For many years, fans of the series only saw the profile of this feathered character, but we managed to find unique pictures of this hero standing in full face, so we decided to show them to you. From this perspective, Woody becomes even more funny and amusing. Phineas and Ferb. The creators of this cartoon call it a family project and emphasise that the cartoon story is interesting for both children and their parents. This refers to the episodes with jokes that can be understood mostly only by adults. By the way, the creators of Phineas and Ferb met 20 years before the appearance of the series while working on another project. But the idea of creating something new and special was haunting their minds. They made numerous attempts to present their idea to different companies, but only after 15 long years they finally got lucky. Disney offered to make a pilot episode of Phineas and Ferb. The viewers immediately liked this cartoon, so from that moment the work on the series started at full speed. But like in many cartoons with two-dimensional graphics, the viewers have never seen what the main characters really look like. By the way, we learn that one of Ferb's eyes is bigger than the other, and it's exactly the eye that looks at the viewers. And when Ferb turns his head, his eyes change in size. These are the wonders of animation. And now you can finally look at the true faces of the main characters. Did you expect them to be like this? Looney Tunes. And this family of happy animals is familiar to more than one generation, since the series appeared back in 1930.
Oh, I love it.
Ask your parents, they must know Bugs Bunny, Tweety. So, do they? Then put them in front of the screen. They'll also be interested in learning a couple of interesting facts about Looney Tunes. For example, did you know that there are stars in the 100 Walk of Fame dedicated not only to people, but also to fictional characters? And of course, Bugs Bunny was one of those. He became famous even before Nate and Look appeared for the first time in Piggy's Hare Hunt.
Here I am, fat boy.
Look how this funny bunny looked before. It doesn't even Bugs mysterious letter E stands for? Well, it turns out that the E means Ethelbert, which is the name of this coyote. So while, as you know, that many people still think of this character as a she-bird, well, if you're one of these people, you should know that Tweety is a male bird, despite his very sweet voice.
Okay.
And of course, we suggest you to look directly into the faces of some characters that you probably didn't notice before.
Okay.
Tom and Jerry.
Sorry.
Characters of this funny cartoon are probably the most famous duet, and they appeared for the first time in 1940, thanks to the efforts of the animators William Hanna and Joseph Mira. You probably know that in the late 90s, that is why Studio Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer was going through a crisis of distribution, commissioned Barbera to create characters that could make a decent competition for the Disney Mouse. And you know, they did it. In 1940, the first Gets the Boot was in the first series. Tom looked like a real. Yes, he walked on full. Tom not only began walking to catch the mouse. Apparently, Tom even served on a ship. And here's something else about this cartoon. Few people.
Oh, let's watch this.
Harry, I hope you're watching. Give me a slang word.
TV Christmas entertainment, sponsored by Rennie.
We asked 100 people to name a place where you wouldn't expect to meet a nun. Janet. Stratford. Where tonight we're celebrating some of the silliest and most ridiculous answers our contestants have given. Our audience here is packed with families who have appeared on the show, and they're all wondering if their particular daft response to one of our questions is going to be shown tonight. The answer is, why else do you think you're here? Now, I know every Family Fortunes fan